The JBS meatpacking strike began with a roar of national attention on the biggest walkout that industry's seen in decades. Yet it ended with a whimper when workers went back to work without a contract, then reached a deal shortly after, a deal that had both the union and the company claiming victory. Our Mark Salinger takes a closer look now that national media attention has faded and our neighbors are back on the lines.
How do you win a strike? After 3 weeks off the job and hours at the negotiating table, the union representing nearly 4,000 meatpacking workers in Greeley announced on Sunday night that they'd come to an agreement with JBS. Both sides claimed they came out on top. So let's look at what actually came from the strike.
We're telling JBS what we're feeling inside while working.
Employees will get a 70-cent wage increase when the agreement is ratified. Then they'll get another 40 cents in July of 2026 and July of 2027. The agreement increased each of the 3 scheduled raises by 10 cents over JBS's original offer before the strike. The union is celebrating that, but JBS says it comes at a cost. The company says the union chose to forego an offer for a pension and instead redirect the pension contributions to short-term wage increases. It's worth noting the Greeley plant never had a pension before. JBS offered one during these negotiations. Workers chose wages instead.
That JBS is charging workers for the replacement of personal protective equipment that they are responsible to provide.
The union also voted to strike after allegations that JBS was charging workers for personal protective equipment and garnishing wages. The union says the new agreement bars workers from having to pay for protective gear, and the union will withdraw 7 alleged unfair labor practice charges against JBS. The spin is always happening. While the union says this is a full win with no concessions, JBS says nothing really changed from the offer they gave before the strike to what's now been ratified. There certainly were some changes and some concessions, Kyle, on both sides.
And just goes without saying for anybody who, say, eats meat but doesn't think a lot about where it comes from, that these jobs can be physically and sometimes emotionally pretty brutal.
And extremely dangerous as well. One of the reasons that the union said they didn't want the pension was because it would be so little even after so many years of working in such difficult environments, Kyle.
Mark Salinger, thank you.